What Caitlin Clark announced at the LPGA Pro-Am yesterday has everyone talking. She stood on that first tee at Pelican Golf Club with thousands of fans screaming her name, wearing an all-Nike outfit that teased something huge coming. But it wasn't just about golf. Sophie Cunningham and Lexiehull were right there as her caddies, and what Clark revealed about herself changes everything for the Fever's 2026 season. The Golf Channel couldn't stop talking about how she's getting the Tiger Woods treatment while her own league, the WNBA, continues to ignore her star power. Clark walked onto that first tee at Pelican Golf Club like she owned the place. Maybe she did for those few hours. Thousands of fans packed the galleries before she even took a swing. They wore Fever jerseys to a golf tournament. The crowd stretched several rows deep around the first tee. You could hear them screaming her name from the parking lot. The all-Nike outfit sent a message about where her brand is heading next. Head-to-toe Nike gear, with the CC logo catching every camera angle. Nike's massive investment in her cross-sport appeal was on full display. The swoosh logos seemed to gleam under the Florida sunshine. Every piece of clothing told a story about her expanding empire beyond basketball. Clark teased her very own player edition Nike golf shoes during interviews. Then she dropped a bombshell about why she wasn't wearing them that day. She told reporters her newest golf player editions are still a work in progress. She needs them to be perfect before anyone sees them in action. The attention to detail shows how seriously she takes every aspect of her brand. You don't rush perfection when your name is on the line. Nelly Korda described the atmosphere as crazy when asked about playing alongside Clark. The crowds and excitement were a testament to Clark's ability to draw people to any sport she touches. Korda said Clark's presence was a celebration of women's sports. The LPGA star noted how fun it was to hang out with someone who brings that level of energy to everything. The energy felt different from any LPGA Pro-Am in recent memory. More like a major championship atmosphere than a casual Wednesday event. Fans arrived wearing basketball jerseys to watch golf. The sound levels reached concert-like decibels when Clark stepped up to each shot. Even NASCAR driver Carson Hocevar showed up for a jersey exchange with the basketball superstar. Front Office Sports called this the Caitlin Clark effect in action. Her ability to transform viewership and media attention was on full display. The Golf Channel knew they were witnessing something special. Coverage that would normally focus on established golf professionals centered entirely around the basketball player learning the game. Clark's entrance proved she doesn't just play sports. She transforms them into must-see events that capture the imagination of fans who might never care about golf. Otherwise, the massive turnout reminded everyone why she's become the most recognizable face in women's athletics. Her presence elevated everyone around her and brought new eyes to the LPGA. Her outfit tease was nothing compared to what she announced about her health later that day. Sophie Cunningham and Lexiehull showed up wearing custom caddy outfits with their names and WNBA jersey numbers. They brought their locker room energy straight to the golf course. The three friends spent the entire day roasting each other between shots. You could see the genuine chemistry that makes the Fever special. This wasn't some forced publicity stunt. These players actually enjoy hanging out together. The day's biggest moment happened when Sophie accidentally hit a fan with her drive. Clark immediately yelled, "Man down," while Sophie rushed over to apologize. The fan's response made everyone laugh. He told Sophie, "Don't feel bad, it was worth it." Sophie shot back with, "Says your wife," without missing a beat. The entire gallery cracked up. Sophie signed jerseys for the fan and turned potential disaster into comedy gold. Flexi proved she could actually help Clark's golf game. Her putting advice led to several crucial shots that Clark sank throughout the round. These weren't just decorative caddies standing around looking pretty. Hull read greens like she reads defensive schemes in basketball. She gave Clark specific guidance on break and speed. The collaboration worked perfectly on multiple holes. Sophie's competitive fire came out when she started calling yardages like basketball plays. She treated golf course strategy with the same intensity she brings to WNBA games. Her detailed approach to each shot showed she takes everything seriously. Even when she channeled Happy Gilmore before swinging, her focus remained locked, and Sophie later confessed on ESPN Women's Instagram, "I don't belong here," but her efforts said otherwise. I'm proud of them. That's nerve-wracking, getting up in front of a bunch of people and having hit a golf club. Obviously, we're basketball players, so we're not very good at this, but They make this event fun, so it's fun to have them out here. Yeah, I think it was warming up the first 9 holes, but it's always cool to be out here, and they put on a great event, and Gamebridge does a great job, and it's fun to play with Nelly, and I'll play with Lauren, so anytime you get to be out in the sun and in Florida and in front of really cool fans, it makes for a great day to golf. So yeah, I actually grew up playing a little bit. I remember for one of my birthdays, I got this cute little set of pink golf gloves. They obviously weren't very nice or anything, and then I kind of stopped playing. The banter between all three created viral content within hours. Social media exploded with clips of their interactions throughout the round. Fans got to see these players in a completely different light. No intense game pressure or media scrutiny. Just 3 friends having genuine fun together. Their personalities shone through every conversation and celebration. You never witnessed this side during intense WNBA games. The joy and friendship was infectious. Clark celebrated Sophie's good shots with the same enthusiasm she shows for teammate buckets. Hull offered encouragement after every swing. Their support for each other felt completely natural and unforced. Clark's star power elevated everyone around her that day. Sophie and Hull got massive exposure they would never receive otherwise. Golf Channel cameras followed their every move. National media covered their comments and reactions. The spotlight expanded to include the entire Fever supporting cast. Mid-round at Pelican Golf Club, Clark dropped the news that Fever fans have been desperately waiting to hear for months. She stood on the putting green after sinking a logo putt that sent the gallery into absolute chaos. The timing felt perfect. Clark looked directly into the Golf Channel cameras with complete confidence. She declared herself 100% healthy and ready to compete in basketball again. After an injury-plagued season that had everyone worried about her long-term health, Clark finally addressed the elephant in the room. The right groin injury sidelined her early in the season. Then came the bone bruise in her left ankle that ultimately cut her season short. These injuries significantly impacted her performance. She couldn't play at her full potential when the Fever needed her. Most fans watched nervously as their superstar battled through pain game after game. The announcement came right after she drained that incredible putt from the logo. The entire gallery lost their minds. Watching the ball roll across the green. Clark's celebration was pure joy. She knew she had just delivered the shot of the day. Then she delivered the news of the year. Her voice carried conviction when she spoke about her recovery. No hesitation. No doubt. Just pure confidence about her basketball future. Well, I'm slicing it off the tee, but that was honestly, probably my best drive of the day, so I'm happy with it. Just need to slow down. I swing so fast and so hard, that's my problem. I always want to kill the ball, but honestly, I've hit some good iron shots and had some good putts. I need a long putt to go in so the crowd can go crazy. I think they're waiting for that. Clark explained how the golf swing actually helped her work through some of the shoulder issues that plagued her WNBA season. The rotation and follow-through strengthened muscles she needed for basketball. Golf became part of her rehabilitation process. She discovered movements that relieved tension and built stability. The cross-training benefits surprised even her medical team. Her confidence on the golf course translated into confidence about her basketball future. You could see the difference in her body language throughout the round. Clark moved with purpose and power. Every swing showed renewed strength. Her follow-through looked smooth and pain-free. The shoulder issues that limited her range of motion were clearly behind her. The timing wasn't accidental. Clark chose this cross-sport moment to make her biggest basketball announcement of the off-season. The Golf Channel provided the perfect platform. National coverage guaranteed maximum impact. She controlled the narrative about her recovery. The setting allowed her to demonstrate her physical capabilities while discussing her future plans. Fever fans in the gallery started chanting about the 2026 season before she even finished the back nine. Championship echoes carried across Pelican Golf Club. The energy shifted from golf appreciation to basketball anticipation. Fever jerseys became victory flags waving in the Florida sunshine. Clark's smile told everyone she heard every chant. Clark's health update transforms the entire narrative around Indiana's championship hopes and her own legacy. The team reached the semifinals without their superstar. Now they get her back at full strength. Her signature energy and leadership returned to a roster that already proved they could compete. The combination becomes scary for every other WNBA team. The contrast between how golf embraced this moment versus how the WNBA has handled her career tells a much bigger story. Yeah, I think was warming up the first 9 holes, but it's always cool to be out here, and they put on a great event, and Gamebridge does a great job, and it was fun to play with Natalie, and now playing with Lauren, so anytime you get to be out in the sun and in Florida and in front of really cool fans, it makes for a great day to golf. The most telling moment of the entire day wasn't Clark's golf game. Watching how the LPGA rolled out the red carpet while the WNBA continues to treat her like a problem to manage revealed everything. The difference was stark and impossible to ignore. Golf Channel commentators didn't hold back during their coverage. They openly criticized how Clark has been beat up and ignored by her own league for 2 years. One commentator noted that even the golf world knows about the dirty plays done to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. The commentary suggested widespread awareness of the issue. Even outside basketball circles, golf analysts weren't afraid to call out what everyone could see happening. Nelly Korda spoke about the honor of playing with Clark throughout their round together. Korda praised Clark's energy and impact on women's sports. The LPGA star treated Clark like the celebrity she is. Meanwhile, WNBA officials have spent months downplaying her impact on the sport. They minimize her achievements and refuse to acknowledge her drawing power. The LPGA gave Clark primetime coverage, celebrity pairings, and treated her appearance like the major event it became. Golf Channel provided wall-to-wall coverage of her round. Network cameras followed every shot and conversation. The tournament organizers paired her with established stars like Korda. They understood Clark's presence elevated their entire event. Sophie Cunningham's comment during the round highlighted the ongoing CBA tensions that the WNBA can't seem to resolve. When fans shouted for her and Hull to re-sign with the Fever, Sophie delivered her pointed response. "Tell them to pay us," she said without hesitation. Her comment exposed the compensation issues plaguing the league. The golf course became an unexpected platform for discussing player value and league management failures. The contrast became impossible to ignore when Clark received Tiger Woods-level treatment at a golf event, but faces institutional resistance in basketball. Golf embraced her star power completely. Basketball seems afraid of what she represents. The gallery attendance proved Clark's impact extends far beyond any single sport. Reports indicated a 1,200% increase in attendance compared to the previous year. I think it just shows how powerful, supporting one another can truly be. And, I've always been a big advocate of that and supporting women's sports and always been a big fan, whether it's golf or soccer or volleyball, whatever it is. So it's really fun to just see her do her craft up close and how good she is. And, getting to play with her last year, and I played a few other rounds with her. So, she just makes the game of golf look really easy. So you're almost like, how? But, she's great, and, I'm rooting for her to win this week. Golf Channel analysts pointed out that Clark's cross-sport appeal is exactly what women's athletics needs. They recognized her ability to bring new audiences to established sports. The WNBA seems afraid of her star power instead of embracing it. League officials worry about individual players overshadowing their brand. They prefer managing personalities rather than celebrating them. The gallery attendance and media coverage proved that Clark can elevate any sport she touches. Her presence transformed a routine pro-am into must-see television. New fans discovered golf because Clark was playing. The WNBA's approach looks even more puzzling when you see how other sports welcome her involvement. Clark's golf day exposed the truth. She's bigger than any single league, and the organizations that embrace her will benefit most. The question now becomes whether the WNBA will learn from golf's playbook or continue missing opportunities with their biggest star. Clark's day at Pelican Golf Club proved she's not just a basketball player. She's a movement that transcends sports and league politics. The massive crowds and media attention showed her impact reaches far beyond any single arena or court. Her ability to draw fans from different sports creates opportunities nobody else can match. The 2026 season just became must-watch television because Clark is healthy, motivated, and surrounded by teammates who believe in something bigger than individual success. Sophie and Hull's presence at the golf tournament reinforced their bond as players and friends. The Fever roster now has their leader back at full strength. Every fan gets to watch Clark rewrite what female athletes can achieve.